Good morning, planet internet. Today is a very big day for me and my family. Today, this little man jumps from this part of the fridge to this part of the fridge, which is just the business card of his Redlands University coach. He's going to Redlands. Aw, look at Bubba, you little fat baby. Aw. There he is. Ba-ya, 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 ba-bang, ba-boom. Look at that face. You better make that face when he's studying. It's a tradition in the family that when I close a transaction, we go out to eat. Jamie does not want sushi. January wants sushi. I want Chipotle, so the family is meeting me at Chipotle. And I haven't had Chipotle in well over, I think, 2 months. When I was going from like every day, once a day, my one meal a day was Chipotle, to where now I don't have it at all. Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate. Oh my God, that was regrettable. Yeah, like I may have just had my last Chipotle. They make the burritos, they don't wrap them right. And I have so many ingredients in my burritos that they always require a double wrapping. But there's a specific way you double wrap a tortilla so that the burrito doesn't explode and I'm not holding this big fat wet burrito. Getting up to the front door, this is the key. We're home. Have you ever walked into a listing appointment thinking that you just broke them? Like they're falling asleep and I'm like, no, you guys, this is a $500,000 decision. Please just bear with me a couple more minutes. I really want to help you. Well, the problem is right now that there's so many discount agents, right? And so they'll go into the marketplace and say, I can do it for 2%. And so the homeowner automatically thinks 2%, and they don't realize that's not the actual number. The homeowners form this impression that they get from a billboard driving down the freeway or some sort of propaganda on the street. And so they go into the presentation thinking, I'm only paying 2%. Why is this guy asking 4 or 6%? And it's like, no, let me explain to you. That's for the listing side. If they're doing it for both sides, how? Like you got to put it at a price that's going to cause it to sell. Otherwise, you need marketing behind it and you need time and exposure, and you can't expose it without exposing it. And they're offering a price that's minus exposure unless you're doing it yourself, or there's so many moving parts. So it's like I want to educate them first until I see the light goes off and like, oh, but there's always this moment where I feel like maybe they don't get it yet. Maybe they really just are stuck on this 2%. You know, at the end of the presentation, like, so what is your commission? I'm like, this is my commission, but we still need to pay the other side. That's all. Maybe I should just start telling people that's my commission. And then when we list it, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. You still got to pay the other guy. And they're like, what do you mean? Well, yeah, there's, if we want to get some buyers through here, we're going to have to pay the buyer's agent something. I don't know. What do you think you should pay him? And they're like, wait a second. I don't know. I just feel like maybe that's the angle. Let's take, for example, the listing I just closed, the photograph you guys just saw in the previous scene. I represented the buyer on that transaction. So what did the listing agent do? He put out some photos, no drone photography. I think there was a flyer, but he was at the open house and he acquired this guy who was an investor or something, right? So the agent is a professional. I can't take that away from him. But what did he do? Did he do what I did? I have a hard time sometimes not discounting the buyer's agent and saying, you know what? All they do is open the door and that's it. But on this transaction, it was not it. I came out to the house about 6 times. I walked him through the inspection. I walked him through all of the contracts. I walked the family. We showed probably 15 houses when I was first showing. Between the driving and the dialogue and the conversation and really not hand-holding, but making sure everybody was happy at all times and they don't lose their mind, because first-time buyers are, this is happening. Oh my God, it's not happening. Oh my God, I can't believe it's happening. And that's part of the job, is to keep them happy. The day when I feel that I did for that individual was, make sure that part therapist, part negotiator. I negotiated a few moving parts. I negotiated the process, and then I came here and I don't know. I felt like I did more than the listing agent on this one. Is that fair to say? I'm really guessing so. I don't know how much time was spent on this little place, but I know I spent a lot of time on it. Versus when I take a listing, the last couple of listings that I've had, I spend a lot of time. It's not like I just take I hire a photographer, slap it in the MLS and disappear and present it. I'll admit, 10 years ago, yeah, I was getting away with that. Now, not even close. Every one of my sellers is a minimum of 6 hours before it hits the marketplace. Minimum of just physically 6 hours. Not even like 6 hours over the course. It's like 6 hours before it hits the market because I'm there at the house, I'm absorbing it, it's different. Customer service is at an all-time high. Have I said that lately?